This shorty, I came to her crib, snacks everywhere. Like, she was like, we got cakes, we got pies.
She a big girl? Like, what's going on here?
She was chubby. She was just chubbier.
She wasn't super big, but she was on the chunkier side.
Yeah. She wasn't, like, big, but she was just sloppy body.
Yeah.
No, it was like, not sloppy. It was like a controlled chunk.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Like,
I love Caribbean cultures because, like how they take school seriously. So like from being in poor, like
I feel like that's
Chicago,
every immigrant.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like being from inner city Chicago, like they're not as strict or have high expectations in school.
Put the mic a little closer to you, Phil.
Yeah. They don't have those high expectations, and so that's why I appreciate Caribbean cultures and like African and Black immigrants because they come here with like almost
nothing.
Chinese or Asian American, like Asian American expectations for education.
But you also got to think the people who can make it over here and immigrate here are usually the best of whatever country they're coming from.
That is true, 100%.
Yeah, so like a lot of them are not like poor as you would think that they come over here. A lot of them come over here and they be rich, got money.
I mean, there are some poor ones.
There's some poor ones for sure.
Poor ones, but there's
but usually it's the
like who can get over here by the means to get over here.
Right.
Not like
if you have the means to make it, you're probably at least mentally ahead of a lot of people.
I want to say like most of the immigrants I know personally, like they all come from nothing, especially my parents. My dad is the last of 12.
Yeah.
Like, my grandma had my mom at 16. Like they set high expectations for me personally, and I know they had a rough life. That's why I work so hard.
Yeah. All right, let me kick it off though, because last episode I didn't. So y'all hearing a voice right now. If you just listening, if you watching, then obviously you see the face. But we got my boy Aubyn, aka Bizzle, in the building.
What's good?
Finally on the pod. If you are an avid listener, the intro, which you've probably heard at this point. Aubyn is the one that was behind the beat, so we appreciate you doing the beat.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Musical genius, young Kanye in the making.
Yeah. I don't
So
want to say no genius. But
tell the people a little bit about you, Aubyn.
I don't know. I'm from South Florida, born and raised Jamaican.
Bro, it's funny that you. Well, it's not funny that you Jamaican, but you got a twin brother, you got an older brother.
Yeah.
Both of them, because I swear your twin has an accent. Does he have an accent?
Nah.
Oh, I thought he did. But your older brother, he's super Jamaican.
He was born in Jamaica.
Yeah, me, Aubyn, and their brothers all went to the same high school. But, bruh, like, you and your older brother, nothing alike at all.
Yeah, like, I want to say, like, it's funny, when people actually find out we're related, like growing up, people would know Marlon and then know Dre, then know me, but they would never know we were related till they come over. They'd be like, what's Marlon doing here? Yeah. And we all different. We all do our thing. My older brother's a DJ, Dre. He's in he's like a GC general contractor. He's always doing stuff with homes. He's got his own hustle, so.
I got you.
Yeah.
So talked a little bit about you making our beat. So you super into music along with your older brother, right?
Yeah, so as far as me getting into music, first two instruments were probably saxophone, piano.
That was my first
You the serenading type, huh?
Yeah, I actually just bought a saxophone like during the pandemic because I was bored. I said I'll pick it back up. I sold it in college because I was poor as fuck, trying to make it like everybody else. And then I think I used that money for like a food plan or something like that.
So did you like actually play, or was you just kind of like me and probably AJ, where you just played in band? And
I was like first chair symphonic band, like
you're
chair
lit.
jazz band.
Okay, young.
I wouldn't say
Kenny
I'm
G.
as lit. It's like I'm talking like a decade ago, but like I definitely could pick it back up and
play a tune.
I don't know my scales, but like I could still read music.
Yeah. Wait, what saxophone?
That's my thing. I could never read music.
Alto.
I could never read. That's why I stopped, because I would just have to take the book and just write
Bro,
B, D, E, A, and then.
I used to get in trouble because I never used to take my instrument home and practice. I would just leave it because like I could sight read so well. So basically I could pick it up and I could read it and I could just play off the top. So
that's lit. That's just like my fiance Tatiana.
So you're a musical genius, is what you're saying?
No,
that's exactly
I'm not
what you are.
A musical genius, bro, to me is someone who can just kind of like, what's that dude's name?
Nick Cannon?
No.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon was in Drumline?
Too far, bro.
Bro, Drumline, he couldn't read music, but he could play it
That's
just by
true.
hearing it.
Yeah,
That's a musical genius.
Yeah, people like, I think his name's Charlie Puth. They have like perfect pitch. So basically, they can hear like a tone, and they'll be like, "Oh, A flat, A sharp."
That's lit.
Yeah, they're like they can just know off the rip, and then like his voice is incredible too. Like if you have that kind of talent, you're a genius.
Yeah.
Like
So
like-
did you say? Did you say 2 instruments? Saxophone and what else?
piano.
Oh, okay, piano.
Yeah, a
that's
little bit.
One instrument I wish I could.
Hey, you
I'm not
pick-
even that nice on piano, but like like I said, I could read. So it's like the fact that you could read, I can just kind of get up. And then when you're producing music, like you don't even have to be able to like read music anymore to produce music. Like nowadays, bro, like software makes it so easy for you. Like if you have Fruity Loops, if you're a producer using Ableton, probably Fruity Loops, Studio One. I think those are like the main 3. Maybe Logic Pro as well. Those are the main 4. But like everything is in there. Like if you need the scales, like you just drag and drop, bro. It's super easy, bro. And if you have the right sounds and like plugins, like it's like you can have a whole orchestra just at your fingertips.
So I'm a little ignorant when it is a beat maker and a producer. Are those 2 different things? Like, is a producer a little more responsibility?
Yes, like depends who's asking, bro. Like it's whatever you really want it to be.
So
like,
what would you call yourself?
I mean, I can a producer and a beat maker because like I can kind of do a little bit of everything. Like the only thing I don't like doing is engineering. My bad. I'm turning this
No,
off.
you good.
But yeah, engineering is just I don't have the patience for that. Especially and like
So what goes into engineering?
So engineering, like a lot of times it's like if you're working with someone who wants to make a song or an artist, more often than not, like if they haven't been doing it a long time, they don't really know what they're doing. And then it's like, yeah, bro, like how many times have you had like someone come up to you and they play like a shitty song, or like you're in the club and someone's rapping in your ear? Like that is literally like the worst experience of all. That's something that grinds my gears.
I'm glad
I
I've
don't go
never
out for
had
people to like rap my ears.
I was
Like-
about to spit a verse too. That's crazy. I brought a 16.
Wait, so what? So
It's like
engineering.
asking, like, you see, it's like if you saw Chris Rock out, you're like, tell a joke. Like, that's what
true.
it feels
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
But what if I told you my shit fire?
I'm sure
Everyone thinks their shit is fire, bro. Like, if it's that good, like, people will tell you. Like, my first 2 remix EPs I put out, bro, I did probably like most of that with like a torn ACL. Like, I was perked out. But, like, I just did it just for fun. Like, I worked with a lot of artists and put, like, some music out, whatever, with, like, local artists and stuff. But, like, bro, I did just this year alone, like, close to 1 million streams. All platforms, no promo. No one really knows I'm a producer unless you really know me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
and I really know you. And for the longest time, I didn't know you had music out there like that. Like one day, and this was a while ago, I seen you had a link in your bio. Clicked it, and I was like, yo, this nigga got music on Apple Music? What the fuck?
Well, yeah, so, like, the remix space is super tricky. More often than not, like, you don't own the rights to the vocals, so technically, like, not really supposed to be on Apple Music or streaming platforms, but, like, if you're nice, bro, people gonna find you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so so what does an engineer do?
Oh, engineer, they record music. That's, like, the guy, like, you go in, like, the same way you set up the mics.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be, like, hit play, or I hit record, and then you start rapping, and then you kind of just put in...
No, that was trash. Try again. That's what I would do as an
basically,
engineer.
yeah.
Okay.
And then
Basically.
you're the one that's making sure the levels is
Yeah,
all good.
yeah, you
and
level
post-production, all
everything.
that,
Yeah.
So engineer. So they'll have
Mix master.
different people?
type stuff. Yeah, so you could be a producer and an engineer. I
Yeah.
mean, most producers, like, if you want to, like, monetize or make money in that space, like, you kind of want to be able to do both.
Right.
Like I said, like, I don't like doing both. Like, I just like doing what I do, really.
Yeah.
So.
That's what's up.
So who's your
So
favorite?
it's-
Go ahead.
It's to make sure like they sound good too when they're singing or whatever it is.
Yeah, so like Zach was saying, like you'll level everything. You'll make sure they sound good. You'll have the right plugins on their voice, like if they use auto tune, things like that, pitch
Okay.
correction.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
what's up.
you got a question?
You gonna spit, Phil?
Yeah, I was just get my 16s together, but nah. I was gonna say, who are your favorite producers?
That's a good question, bro. No specific order. Kanye West. I like.
But he's not 1 or 2 or 3.
It's
mean, he's
no
not 2 or
specific-
3.
no specific order. He samples a lot too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that, but like, it's a lot harder to actually come up with original music versus
Yeah.
just like when you sample, like you're doing 3 things. You're speeding up the sample, you're chopping it, or you're slowing it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not not to say take away from what anyone who samples does. Like I sample all the time to time. Like I sample vocals essentially if you remix something. But it's just a lot harder to come up with an original idea or like have something come straight from your mind and then just kind of bring it out the speakers.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know if I answered the question.
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said Kanye. Who else?
Favorite producers. Ryan Leslie, Kanye West. I like 40, obviously.
A big OVO guy over here.
Not super big, but like I feel like anyone who can kind of come up with their own sound and like that kind of like transcends like a generation or people start to copy your style. Like
Yeah.
DJ Mustard, like he's not one of my favorite producers, but like his sound is super big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You
people
like
kind of mimic what he does.
What about Lil Chop? Since he
Young Chop?
Young Chop. I call him Lil Chop.
Lil Chop.
Lamb Chop.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Young Chop.
That nigga been out here
But this
trying to
is-
beef
He's
with
Chicago,
everybody.
only the one that brought drill to the forefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
did.
he was big with Chief Keef.
Yeah.
He did all Chief. He
Okay.
did the whole Chicago sound.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was the drill guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, go to for a little minute, but
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with him. It seemed like he beefing with everybody,
Mhm.
but nah, like I
You like
respect
Metro?
what he does. Yeah, Metro's super dope to me.
Okay.
Producers I've actually met. I've met T Minus is actually one of my favorites too. I've met him. Canadian producers produced for like Drake, Rick Ross. I've been in the studio with like Boy Wonder. Like I don't even know if you remember in college. Like I won like a beat competition to meet J Cole. I met J Cole before he even had an album out.
See, in college at FAU, I didn't even
I
know
was
you
at
was.
UCF.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah, I was at UCF for 2 years, and I came home. And
Oh,
then
okay.
that's probably why you didn't know.
Yeah.
I came home because it was so expensive, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, I wasn't really learning shit.
That's so you met J. Cole.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
lame.
Yeah, well, I knew that nigga was gonna be nice because when you can produce, write, engineer, do everything for yourself, you can take yourself the furthest. It just depends on your work ethic,
Yeah.
really.
That's why I got so much respect for Crit.
Or like Russ too. That's a really good example too.
Yeah.
Crit too.
How
Yeah,
you
they all
feel
do
about
that.
Soulja Boy?
I'm not mad at him making this comeback, bro. Like I think so. A lot of the shit he says is right, bro. Like he basically started the internet trend. Like, bro,
Yeah.
nigga went
He
platinum on ringtones.
influenced
Like,
you.
Yeah.
and if any African American black person who could set their family up for success, like for the long term, like that's what we're all trying to do,
Yeah.
right?
And that's Big Draco. Put some respect
Yeah.
on Big Draco.
That's
name.
AJ's favorite rapper.
That's Big
so-
Draco.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Y'all better not act like Soulja didn't set the platform for
Yeah.
all you
And
internet
everybody's
niggas,
like, they
man.
didn't even know that was Soulja Boy, and I was like,
She
Yeah,
nigga,
but
he
like,
say it's
that's
Big
like-
Draco.
But like that's a really good example. Like he just knows how to use the internet. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you get on TikTok, you make a song trend, you work with the right influencers. Like he uses his network well. Like how many
Mhm.
like rappers don't do that? Like Big Crit don't really do that. Like you
Big
know what I'm
Crit
saying?
don't. I
Like,
hate it too because his music is so good.
it is what it is. I mean, like some people are cool with that. Like if you got your base, you got your core fans. Like people always gonna tap in if you're a fan. Like if you've been one. So
Yeah. Most of my favorite producers is The Alchemist and Harry Fraud.
yeah,
Like, I
Harry
like
Fraud's
the
dope.
under.
But yeah. So that's a lot of like boom bap vibes. Like they sample a lot too. So like
Yeah,
Justice
I love
League,
samples. Yeah.
Rick Ross, like those are all good examples. Like so.
So I don't want to assume is your favorite genre of music rap music?
My top genres would probably be like obviously hip hop. I don't mind pop music, bro. I listen to a lot of dance hall reggae. I'm Jamaican.
Yeah.
Why'd
Duh.
you laugh?
No, because I was just waiting for it.
Oh yeah.
It just seemed obvious.
See,
then,
but
like-
because I've listened to some of your projects and I feel like
It's more EDM.
Yeah, they have more of an EDM.
Well, yeah. Well, like obvious. If you go out a lot, like you're gonna know what's gonna play in the clubs, right?
Yeah.
And like it's nowadays, if the only way to really make it as a producer, I'll tell you a funny story too. Like I remember when Ryan Leslie was coming up, like I remember this dude called me out the blue one time. I actually know a
Ryan
producer
Leslie
that
called
worked for
you?
him. His name is Danny Eyes. Yeah.
Bro,
so
this nigga
basically,
just dropping names like it's nothing. What the
no,
fuck?
I'm not gonna act like I know him, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I respect his hustle and his grind because he'd always be like tapping in and reaching out to people like, okay, like what is this guy doing? So I remember I sent him some stuff one time, and then he was just telling me like, hey, yeah, like if you really want to make it, like you just gotta see what everyone's doing. Like how did DJ Mustard come up? It was really Mustard and what, like YG, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Leslie, Cassie. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone has their like.
You got an artist that you pop.
Yeah,
with.
40 Drake. Yeah,
Yeah.
like everyone has that. You
Chop
have like your
Chief.
go-to sound. Yeah, Chop Chief, like you said. Everyone has their go-to sound. Create some, and you just get people behind it.
Yeah.
So who's gonna be your artist, Phil?
Bro, honestly, man, like
I wouldn't
I
disrespect
don't
nobody
even
like
produce-
that.
I could be a
Go
what
ahead.
was it? I could be A London drill, or what is it called?
Oh yeah,
UK drill.
UK drill
Yeah,
sound.
UK drill.
I seen on the
I could
last
do it,
podcast,
yeah.
y'all was making them little noise.
They was
noises
hating on
and
the
shit.
UK drill. I'm like, y'all
not mad at
sleep.
it.
Bro, I'm
Yeah.
lit already.
22 with the 2.2 just came back from a long hiatus.
That
Bro,
shit
that shit was
slapped.
stuck in my
Bro, that
head.
shit slapped.
I was
That's
so
why.
pissed after I edited that video. That shit was stuck in my head for like a week, bro.
You seen and then you seen Drewski with when the dude was on Could Have Been Records. I sent you guys.
Oh, yeah,
last night.
yeah.
And he's like, ooh, I like when you did that.
Yeah,
That shit was lit.
Hey man, that's and back to that EDM. What you were saying, I agree with you in terms of like all the highest paid DJs are in the EDM space
Yeah. and-
because EDM festivals
yeah,
go.
yeah, they are popping.
And that's how Lil Jon rebranded itself.
Yeah, I'm not mad. Like with the song, every time you go out, you hear it turn out for what, bro?
Yeah.
Every time.
You do not hate that song. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still.
But when I was faded on spring break, it made sense.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Waka Flocka, Lil
Yeah.
Jon, they both fucking revived their careers by jumping into the EDM space.
I think you'll see a lot of more artists do that because that festival space is gonna be huge and it's gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a producer, like obviously, like, or if you're a DJ or anything, like it's more lucrative. Like you could just push it out yourself, bro. And,
Yeah.
Like you go play the same song 5 times, 5 different versions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And people put like whole like set like 10-minute, 20-minute set pieces together.
Yeah.
And just hit play.
Bro, I'll tell you about a time like yeah, they do that all the time, bro. Like I remember like maybe I don't know what year it was Sunfest, but like I remember Diplo got paid like 100 racks to like he was on like the stage for like 30 minutes. And then like one of my boys was backstage and he was just like, "Yeah, bro, I'm with Diplo right now. It's my boy Beach." Shout out Beach Boy. But yeah, he's backstage with Diplo, like probably played 30 minutes, bro, 100 racks, went to 11. I think Diplo played 11 last night, and then he probably made 50 to 100 doing that. And then you just on your way back home, weekend over.
That's nuts.
Yeah, after this podcast, I'm definitely going to download Fruity Loops and start making some.
Demo version.
I actually always wanted to be a DJ. Like, if I could go back and do my career, it would be in entertainment, like DJing or producing. Just because I love music, I just don't ever want to learn.
Bro,
how to do
you
it.
might as well get
You
on
don't
that
love it as
now.
much as you think then. If you're
Yeah.
not willing to put the work. It's like when you
'Cause
wanted
I'm
to play
lazy.
basketball, like growing up, or like you wanted to like play for a team, you just got up and practice because you wanted to. It's
Yeah.
not. You
Yeah.
don't have to force you. That's how
Bro,
you
get
make
on
money.
that shit now. I'm still looking for a DJ for my wedding. I know you got good music taste.
Oh,
All you
dear.
really got to do is put a playlist together.
Honestly, you
I
should,
got
bro.
you.
I have my brother sending one. He does
For
weddings.
real,
and you
dude.
can start with that, and then put your own twist on
I
it.
got you, because I think I got a good ear for music. I love music, like
Yeah.
just from different
Yeah,
sounds. I
even
think
though-
music is one of
yeah.
those genres that's fascinating because you can pull,
And it's never too late in
you
music.
can pull everything from something, and
You
like,
can be, like,
you can hear
60
something
years
people don't
old
hear.
and
Yeah.
still-
Yeah, especially if you're a producer, bro. Like you look at Rick Rubin or like Pharrell, like
nigga-
bro, like
That nigga
you're a
money.
producer, bro. Like or like a DJ, like all those dudes. Calvin Harris, like everyone's in their 30s, bro. Diplo got 3 kids, like.
I
don't know if
saw
you're married, but-
recently this lady, she was a detective, and like she's like in her 40s, maybe 50s, and she's quit being a detective to be a DJ.
That's lit.
And, like,
I
she's,
thought
like,
you were
an
gonna say like
award-winning
OnlyFans
DJ.
or
I forgot
something, bro.
what-
I was like, everyone's doing that.
You doing what?
OnlyFans.
Oh damn, that was a dark turn. That took a
exact
dark-
turn.
That took a dark turn.
No,
Like,
but she was like on the screen, and she was saying like she's like an award-winning DJ and stuff like
That's
that.
what's up.
Yeah, that's
Like,
dope.
So I was like, yo, that's like you can.
yeah, maybe I'll pick it up as a hobby.
Send me that article. I'm trying to.
You were
hear
just
that
talking
shit.
about you wanted something new to do.
Yeah, well, like I do. Aside of training, I do. Yeah,
So are you gonna have like a gimmick? Are you gonna have like wear a mask or something
like Marshmallow.
Nah, you just be
or,
both.
like MF Doom or something like that?
Dead
yeah.
Mouse.
I get the Marshmallow mask. G.
Yeah.
The-
Dead Mouse 5.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
make your own mask.
Dead
though.
Mouse 5.
Yeah.
Crazy
but
cat.
Aubyn brought up a bunch of people that he's met, which actually perfectly transitions into the next topic. So all of us here, I'm assuming, have met somebody famous in their point in life. They always say don't meet your heroes because they end up being pieces of shit. So I'm trying to hear what celebrity interaction y'all have had that maybe didn't go. You could also talk about how it went good, but I'm trying to hear your not so great.
He's trying to hear the
celebrity.
spiciness.
Yeah.
Well, before we even get there, like I don't like. I feel like I've met a few people, but like, what celebrities would you be starstruck by? I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen someone I was like, oh my god. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
know what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying?
even need to be someone you was starstruck by.
Like you had it. Like so, what is the parameters of it? Like, did you have like a conversation with them? Or?
So I could start it off, and I think everyone here knows the story. And I just told Aubyn a little bit before this. So during the Vine days, y'all know the young lady I was talking to. She used to always be at the apartment. So
Who? I'm confused.
yeah, bro, you know
Can we
exactly. And once I go
kidding. I'm just kidding. I know exactly.
I said, can we say initials?
Bro, I am still a better actor than Beyonce.
Well, the initials will definitely give it away.
Yeah.
But me and her talking for a little bit. Kyrie actually revined one of my vines, so I'm like, oh shit. And I didn't even really like Kyrie. He played at Duke, didn't really fuck with him that much. But I was like, oh, this is super dope. Kyrie revined one of my vines. Then like a couple days or week later, this nigga inviting the girl I'm talking to his games, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how you just inviting my girl out there like that? And then next thing, like, I asked her, like, oh, how is the experience? He was like, yeah, he tried to kiss me, this and that. Bro, I was hot, so I mean that's one of my experiences.
He hit that.
Wait, so
yeah,
wait.
he probably did.
He was that was your girlfriend at the time?
We were talking.
Talking,
It wasn't
okay.
a girlfriend,
Oh,
but
she chose up. That
yeah,
sucks.
yeah, exactly. So
Damn.
That's all you can say, right?
She belongs to the
He
streets.
tried to kick me.
Yeah.
that's when things fell apart.
Hey,
But
for the better.
Kyrie.
Dang. You
But-
didn't even meet that man. You just.
yeah, fuck Kyrie, bro.
And he rebounded you.
I actually
Yeah.
just told him a Kyrie story, but I'll let everyone go.
I had a couple, so I'll do the good then the bad. So the two good experiences I had was I met Mick Jenkins outside of a show in Fort Lauderdale. Like y'all know me, like Mick Jenkins, one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
And I think he's the best out in Chicago. So he's just a cool dude to talk
The
to.
best out of Chicago?
Like lyrically, yeah. Like in the new class, not including like Kanye,
Okay.
but if you talking like
Yeah, I knew where he was going with that.
All right, continue.
yeah,
Sorry.
like the new class, like
yeah.
G Herbo, Dirk, all them boys. Mick Jenkins lyrically is the best to me.
Yeah.
And then I met Anderson .Paak before he blew up.
Super dope.
Super cool. Like, he's cool as they say. Like, this dude's mad cool. Like, met him outside of a show. And I didn't know him at the time. He was Anderson .Paak. And so he did this set and he ripped the set. And I was like, I'm going to just go compliment this dude because his set was so
Yeah.
fire. Like, musical genius.
I actually think you told this story on the pod before.
And I just went up to him just like, hey, man, it's a good ass set. So then he just started talking about what he'd been doing. He's like,
Yeah.
I've been on the road. Then he met some girls, so I left. But then the bad experience I had was with Sean Marion. I don't like that. Sean Marion.
Yo, I completely
Chicago
forgot about it, but
Chicago
you just
trip,
talked to me
yeah.
about it. And it's still
Sean Marion a dickhead, G.
So
like-
what happened? We was all in Chicago.
remember.
So we was in
Vividly.
Chicago. We go to a club, and Sean Marion, Sean Marion with him, like his little entourage, bro. It's like some women in his entourage, beautiful women, and we just in there chilling.
Yeah.
But like the moment we made eye contact, folks mugged me the whole night.
Bro, he
like-
looked like an angry orangutan.
Like
Yeah.
mean, like I'm like,
Wait,
bro.
who's that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
we were all-
we were
Brandon, you were there
Chicago.
too.
The
right?
man's like, and I thought I was tripping, right?
Nah,
So I thought
Brandon
I was
wasn't
tripping. I'm
there
like,
that
why? You know, you like somebody look at you and you like, why folks mean mugging me like that?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at folks. I'm like, bro, what? Like, I'm thinking I'm tripping. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I think I told you.
No, it was me. It was me.
It was you. I was like, is it me or is it Sean Marion me mugging me, Jay?
And I think eventually you said it to
No,
me.
he
I'm
said
like,
it to
nah,
everyone. He
You,
said it to
you
everyone.
tripping, bro. But then, like, it kept going on. I'm like, yeah, that nigga. There's something about
Phil
you.
like randomly took a lap around like the bar or club we were
Yeah.
at, and he came back and I was like, Sean Marion's over there. And I think he's pissed at me or something like that. Like, this doesn't even like,
I'm like, cause
and I was like, maybe I don't
folks
know.
keep me mugging me, G. So I didn't like that.
Yeah,
And he from Waukegan too, so
yeah.
I'm
I
from
don't even know where
Waukegan.
that is. Where
It's
is
like
that?
right outside Chicago. It's like a little northwest Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I don't know. You 6'7". Ain't no reason you should be mean mugging a
He's like
5'8".
6'8", yeah, 6'9".
Bro, it's definitely a theme. It's all NBA. I wish Luke was
It
here
was
to
a-
talk about his
It
Donovan
was so
Mitchell
funny though because
experience.
he walked around and every time Phil he just
I'm like, bro, why is this nigga keep
like he was super pissed, angry face.
Maybe he thought I was gonna rob him or something. Maybe I was giving off I'm gonna rob you vibes. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you were walking around by
I
yourself
was
maybe.
canvassing, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I canvas. I like go out and I do laps. I
Yeah.
just go out, look around.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, pay
But
to
maybe
be
he
there,
took
do
that
what
as
you want.
like, who is this nigga that's probably walking around? Probably like, I don't know.
I
Shit,
feel
it's
He's a
like
little bit
Chicago,
shorter, he
so
can
you never
slide
know.
into places.
if you got a problem with somebody, just go check them.
Yeah. Anybody else got to?
He could have picked you up by your collar and like, you need some.
It wouldn't have been an easy fight.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think I've
bro,
ever had like, a bad experience with a celebrity because I
Really?
never treat them like, oh my God, you're God to me.
Yeah.
I feel the
And
same
it's
way. Like I
what's
don't.
up, man? And they're like, hey, what's up?
I don't even know. Like I'm trying to think of someone like I'd like really want to meet, and I can't even think of nobody off the top.
Yeah.
So
This didn't traumatize me, but when I was younger, I met Shaq at, y'all know the Slam magazine.
Yeah.
They were hosting a basketball camp, and we all got to meet him. And I had a Spalding basketball, which is at my parents' house now. And I wanted him to sign in an exact spot. So I'm like, Shaq, can you sign right here? He's like, I know where to sign, punk. And bro, that shit stuck with me. I'm like, damn, nigga, like you, like I know you was joking, but you ain't even call me a punk.
That's Shaq though.
Like
That's very
Shaq would be
Shaq.
joking, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's always.
I feel like
he's always
Shaq,
laughing.
like
Shaq's
I
a
would
very
love to meet
personable
Shaq.
person. He's
Yeah.
almost like Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah.
I would love to meet Shaq because I've always been a big fan of Shaq because he's been so funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think starstruck. When I think who would I get starstruck by? I don't know.
I was starstruck by Kendrick.
I think Kid Cudi.
You were and Kobe too.
But Kobe, so that
It's
that was,
different.
I didn't get to actually, I touched him. That was it. And I have it in a vlog. He was at
Yeah, I was
Duke basketball game. My boy used to play there. Kobe and D Wade were in the hallway. Me and D Wade made eye contact, but Kobe, and I know everybody here jokes that my boys don't carry. I'm soft spoken, but I'm yelling this nigga's name. He don't look. He walked by, and I just touched this nigga's back. I'm like, I'm never washing this hand again.
It's funny whenever you
this
say
made me
Kobe, your
think of
dog
an
come over.
experience I had. So I was at a Heat game, and like I was like on the court, like you know, to have the kids like hold their hand out and shake the
Yeah.
player's hand. D Wade didn't shake my hand. And I loved D Wade back then. I had to settle for fucking James Posey.
Him in his high-ass socks. Yeah.
I'm so mad. I'm like,
That's
you
funny.
right there. Like,
That's funny.
That happened at a Big Crit concert though. Speaking, going back to Crit, it's like one of
Yeah.
my favorite artists. He put on this show in Fort Lauderdale, bro, and it's probably the best concert I've ever been to. Like, it's
Yeah.
the first time a concert where I got goosebumps because like you felt the love in the room.
Yeah.
Like, so he stops performing, everybody's like screaming Crit. He comes back out, and I'm like, damn, like this shit's crazy. And so after the show, he went around the whole crowd just shaking everybody's hand.
Yeah.
So I stick my hand out. He shake his hand. He's like, all right, what up? Good shit, bro. And then like my homie was like, damn, Crit, you just gonna miss me. Crit came back, dapped him on. And I was
Yeah.
like, I fought with like that is what makes me like you as an artist. Like you human, like you personal.
Like Post
It ain't-
Malone spilling that girl's beer or whatever, that
Yeah.
drink, and he went and got her another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Before
like I
continuing
don't
the
know.
show.
Like when I think of a celebrity, I'm like, damn, they probably get this a lot. So I don't want to be a groupie, but I like to go out of my way if I like an artist to compliment and be like, yo, that's dope. Or I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
rock with your music.
Yeah.
I don't be like, let me get a picture. Can I get an autograph, a hug? I'm not doing all that shit. But I'm a. If I got time, I'm gonna pull up and yo, hey, keep doing you. Like that shit's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My best experience was probably Paul Pogba though. Like that nigga felt like he was honored to meet me. Like I was like, yeah, big fan. I was joking about him saying like you should come play for Chelsea, and that nigga was just like, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like kept bowing at me. I'm like, yo, this is a cool ass nigga. Paul
That's
Pogba.
dope.
Yeah.
Oh, when you was at UM,
Yeah.
you met him.
I
Yeah.
could have met Kendrick.
So if you were famous and people were gawking at you, what would you do? Would you like?
He'd want to thank you every time he saw
Kind
someone.
That is very true.
Thank me for being me.
Nah, Zach would be like, so you're not gonna say I had a good show? Security.
remove him.
Nah, I mean,
Zach could be a dickhead.
I definitely get how celebrities become dick because it is like repetitive, same thing every day. Like you
I
don't
think
really
it's
get
more
that.
the invasion of privacy. It's like
Yeah.
it's like obviously if you're like with your family or something, some people
Yeah.
don't know when to quit, bro.
I
But
mean,
like
yeah.
outside of that, it's like you never know who's who nowadays too.
And people
Yeah.
people feel like entitled, like, oh,
Yeah.
I deserve to meet you. Like what?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. So I think that plays a part of it. But I just don't want no stands. Like you know somebody writing to me saying we should be together.
Yeah, and you don't even know him. Yeah, so.
exactly.
Yeah.
I would invite that because I think that'd be hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
the
but
thought of
to
having
a certain
stalkers doesn't
extent,
sound
yeah.
cool, but I'd be like, I got stalkers. This shit's crazy.
So that man show up to
You,
your
yeah, I was
house.
about to say you until your family
with love
threatened, like
stalkers.
you feel different.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I would feel away, but like I don't know how. Like I look at things like this make for a good story.
Right.
It's like just talking about it with the homies. It'd blow my mind. It'd be like,
Bro,
damn,
what if you, like,
niggas
walk-
actually wasting their time to stalk me. That's how I would feel probably.
Yeah.
Until the niggas in your house butt naked saying what's up.
Yeah. Now if he in my house
Don't
butt
need
naked, he
that.
gonna get some doo doo doo.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
get shot the fuck up.
Nah, I think if I was a famous like that, I think I'd be cool. Like,
I'd be
I'd
cool.
be the people's champ. But like
Yeah.
you said, you can't. Like nowadays, people crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Very
saying? They'll
true.
kill you. Just
But most of these celebrities now have enough security. It's like you can't even get close to these dudes.
Yeah, or like it reminds me of the story of like Lil Will when the dude tried to rob him, but he went and actually took him to get something to eat.
Yeah, that's
So
what's
it's just
up.
like, it's like you could like, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone is not approachable. Or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, You just always gotta kind of have that guard up because you don't know who's who.
But you say that there was, I think she was a YouTube celebrity or something like that, and she got killed by like one of her own fans. I think like at a meet and greet or some shit like that. I might be completely out, but I know it was. I think she was a YouTube fan or star, and she got killed by her own fan.
The best one. Oh, that's not. The best one is when the dude tried to kiss Will Smith and he slapped him.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
No, I'm
No,
not
I don't
saying
think that was
like,
a fan though. I think that was like a reporter just being
But
stupid.
he's still being a fan.
Yeah,
like,
but that's that like
That's
invasion-
privacy, yeah.
privacy, like
Invasion of
crossing the
space,
line.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's cool to have a stalker. I'm just saying for me personally, I would, to the homies, I was joking about, I'd be like, yo, this motherfucker really wasting their time stalking me. Like, I'm not worth
Yeah, but you would
being
get
stalked.
tired of that real quick. Like at the
yeah.
first like week, month, whatever, you might
You be
find
trying
it
to wing chung
entertaining.
them.
And
Yeah.
y'all know I move like I'm always curious of people anyways.
That's true.
So I'd be one of them dudes where I wouldn't put myself out in those spaces. Like, if you
Yeah.
called me out, it'd be like at a vegan restaurant, Sunday, disguised up like, oh,
Yeah.
probably with something close to me, like protect myself.
If you wear a mask, if you become famous DJ, you don't have to worry about that. You
That's
just walk
very
out
true.
in public
Be like
unless
Dead
you know
Mouse
who
5.
you are.
Yeah, you could be like, what's Daft Punk? Like nobody knows what Daft Punk looked like.
They broke up, bro.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
I cried.
They broke up and
They'll be
retired.
back.
But any other celebrity stories before we move on?
I was trying to think. I don't think I have any or anyone I've really been.
Oh, we met
starstruck by.
UD. UD was pretty cool. That was a good one.
Oh yeah,
I met
yeah. UD's very lit.
yeah, I met Yellow Wolf, but he was faded. Like, nigga could barely walk.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they was like dragging him off the stage. I'm like,
Yeah.
Rory,
God damn.
Rory was pretty cool.
Yeah, we
Before he
met.
got real big.
We met
Yeah.
Rory.
That's dope.
He's really cool, personable person.
Yeah.
He's outside, is talking.
I feel like most of. Oh, I know who I met Stephen Gilmore for the Patriots.
Oh,
I
Stephon
checked.
Gilmore.
I checked him into a rental actually.
Oh yeah, I remember you told
Yeah,
us that.
and it was weird because like I knew who he was. I'm
You knew he was
up.
someone, but you didn't know who he was.
I'm
You asked
typing him
us.
up and I'm like,
You
bro,
probably
looks
thought it was
so
Ty Dolla
familiar.
Sign.
I'm like, Stephon Gilmore. I'm like, I know this name.
Yeah.
He plays in
I
the
did that to
NBA.
someone actually the other day at LA Fitness. Like I didn't like I knew he. You know how you could look at somebody and like, yo, he's in the league. I just don't know
Yeah.
who he is.
Yeah.
But I like he looked at me looking at him. I'm like, you're in the league, and he's like, yeah. And then I left him alone. But I just knew, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's so big, bro.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
weird because like
Yeah, that's yeah. Go ahead.
like Stephon comes up and he's like getting a rental, bro, and he has a
What did he rent, bro?
compact car.
he rented a fucking
cheapest
Honda
one.
Civic.
The cheapest one, which is I respect it.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're a millionaire don't mean you blow money on dumb
Yeah.
shit. So I
Yeah.
respect it. But I'm like typing him up, and I'm like, I know this dude, but I don't know this dude. So eventually it clicks. I'm like, you play for the Patriots? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, oh shit. Had I known that before, I would have gave him a free
He
upgrade.
whispered like that, kept it low key.
Yeah, I was just like, cause you walk him to their car.
Yeah.
He was,
So I'm at
I
the
think
car
that was the
with
time
him.
where he just won Defensive Player of the Year too.
Yeah, he was coming off his defense player of the year, and I'm like, oh, this dude. I'm like, you really? I'm like, and I actually tried to pitch him for an upgrade. It's like, hey man, just one FYI, you got a small car, we got a good sell on it. You can get something bigger. He's like, nah, that's cool. I'm like, you sure? It's like, yeah, man, it's cool. I just need some wheels.
Yeah.
All right. So we get to the car, and I'm like, well, you stay for Stephon Gilmore? You play for the Patriots? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, nigga, you cold. So I told him, I was like, you cold, bro. He was like, and then I was like, well, I wish y'all luck next season. That was that. But he stayed in his accent, like, didn't complain, came back, gave me a good rating. But I was like, that's crazy. Like, I appreciate seeing humble athletes.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to pitch him on like hey man, like I can get you into a Charger for like $10 more a day for the weekend. He was like, no, straight.
Yeah.
I met Larsa Pippen.
Larsa Pippen.
Oh,
Oh
that.
dear.
Brandon tried to slide.
Did you live to see another day?
Tried. It didn't work.
It was a bad celebrity experience.
Nah, it was straight. Like, you know, so I was young as hell, so I didn't.
How
She's
old
on
were
the
you?
Fugazi stuff. I think I was like 17.
Okay.
So, you know.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, moving on. So, something that a celebrity said, Lil Duval, he tweeted out that no grown man at the age of 30 plus should have a roommate. I don't think anyone here has a roommate, and I think only 2 of us here are 30 anyways, but how y'all feel about that?
I think that's the dumbest shit I've heard.
I
in a long
disagree.
time.
I
Yeah.
think it depends on your situation.
It depends on
Everybody
circumstances.
different,
Yeah,
bro.
I think, and again, because times are different now. So like, being in an internet population, all it takes is one hit, and you can really get some. Like, it's crazy how fast you can get some serious money now.
Yeah.
So the old motto of working, saving, to be successful, yeah, that model works, but there's a very disruptive model now. It's like if you're a content creator or you working on something, all it takes is something to pop or go viral, and that could change your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, especially if you creators in that space, you got to struggle.
Yeah.
Because you just trying to put out the max content. You're not really trying to pay your money. So if you like 30 and you creating content, sometimes you got to thug it out. You might have to sleep on the couch. You might have to go through the woes. But if you pop,
you gotta look at it as this, dude. There's a lot of people who have a lot of issues and stuff like that, and the cost of living is going up.
Yep.
But the minimum
Like
wage
almost
and everything
exponentially.
is not. You can't. If you're I have a high school degree, you're working a minimum wage job, you can't really make it.
Yeah. No, you can't afford to make it on your own.
And in just a one bedroom, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
or you could be cleaning up from your past. Like you could be having a roommate because you really stacking and saving and you paying off debts and you just trying to get your financial situation.
Student loans is, I mean, not to say Lil Duval's closer to our age, but obviously he's a celeb.
He's like 40 something.
Okay, but he's not like 60 or something. Where the people of that generation went to college.
But he also didn't go to school.
Yeah, but they went to college, paid like pennies, whereas we.
My dad didn't even go to college and he bought a house.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the housing market's crazy right now. Like, again, I think
You can't buy anything right now.
Yeah, it depends
Stuff I
on-
was looking at last year is $50K more.
And
this
then,
year.
And then they're pricing, they're listing that price, and people are paying $50,000 over the offer.
Bro,
And it's
like
what the hell?
a few things. So, like, ever since the pandemic, you probably even noticed the trend. Like, a lot of states that are still closed or, like, the economy's bad, like, everyone's come to Florida.
Yeah, everyone's moving here.
And, like, that's never really going to change. Like, there are jobs available and things like that. And, again, like, I feel like no one should ever really, like, put pressure on you. It's your life, bro. It's your financial situation. You got different goals. Like, someone might buy a house before you. Could be a 2-bedroom, and then you end up getting a 6 3 years later. Like, it just depends, like, on your timeline.
And I also feel like everybody's goal is not to own a house or live alone.
Yeah.
It's like some people you might want to be a nomad.
Yeah, or if you live in a city like in like Chicago or New York.
Man,
Yeah, you might just like people, and it's like I don't aspire to live my life like that.
So that's another thing that it's everybody's like inner struggle to do something on your own. Everybody wants to do something on your own, and you feel good, accomplished. But then when you do stuff on your own, like you have a house, you're just living by yourself. You're like a hermit.
Yeah.
Like you got all this house and nobody in it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I had a big
Get
ass
some roommates.
house, I would fucking like if I had a mansion, I'd be like, yo, all my
niggas gonna live with me.
Like,
Facts.
like,
Yeah.
we gonna have a party every
Big
day.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? All the good niggas, not like all the bad niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like all my good friends, you know?
The ones who get hygiene.
Yeah.
All the good niggas, not the
Yeah.
bad niggas. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, you want to like have like a village, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause like if you have kids, you don't want to like. You want to be around people. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
your
saying?
family,
People like
everything.
family.
It's like making it by yourself. Like, you're going to be rich and spend all that money by yourself and have no one to share with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's why you got these like super rich dudes like paying these girls for company.
Flying them out.
That's a joke,
Yeah.
man. And you a simp.
Yeah.
Simping,
but like you
simping.
said, they got all this stuff on their own. They're just chilling. Now they're like, oh, I need company. Now they start to figure out, okay, what's really valuable, and that's time and experience with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that whole thing about like live by yourself. No, like you said, nobody should tell you how to live your life. Like
Yeah.
live
Whatever
however
you feel is
want.
comfortable for you.
Yeah,
That's all.
like and
Yeah.
the social media age, everything's so readily available, and we kind of like take that stuff like as like law, like whatever
Yeah.
somebody who's made it, or whatever they say, you take it as law, and you're like, okay, like if Kim K came out and said, all girls should get lip fillers, you see all girls getting lip fillers, you know what I'm saying? So like we
Yeah.
kind of take what celebrities say as like law.
Yeah.
Hey man, thug it out. All it takes is something to pop, and you on.
And, bro, like, a lot of the shit Lil Duval say, like, I mean, he is a comedic genius.
Yeah,
to
so
me,
it's
but, like,
jokes, yeah.
you're not a fucking financial advisor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to take a financial advice from Lil Duval.
Yeah.
He'll be like, oh, buy a house cash, like, never rent. Like,
He's still Lil
Yeah.
Duval, and
yeah.
he don't want to have no roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
he-
there was a thing saying like these CEOs of companies, they were saying like, okay, like put a CEO of the company in a position, his lowest position at his whole job and everything, and see if he could live, like get a place and live and
Yeah.
all that, to make them see like, okay, this is what you're paying people,
Yeah.
and this is how they're living.
Yeah.
So to make people understand.
It reminds me of that show, like, Undercover Boss. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of times, like, I'm sure everyone's seen that at least once.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of humbles them, too. Like, I mean, a lot of times if you are the CEO or you built the company from the ground up, like, you are going to be humble. But if you were, like, you just got the position or you're from some entitled, I don't know, some
Status?
entitled status or situation, like, it's totally different, you know?
Yeah. Real quick, I got a part 2 to an earlier topic from a past episode. I saw another girl tweet that it's feminine for men to take home their meals, like the leftovers. So
hate y'all
so
niggas.
it's gay to order desserts, and now it's gay to
Bro, they
take
just
your
want-
food home.
They just want you to be gay or make you feel
They
good.
just and like
They just want you to waste food.
and waste. Yeah, that's wasting food
Ain't
and
no
money.
shame in taking food home that you pay
That
for.
you pay for. What?
Like, what?
Especially if it was
That's so
good.
weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can eat it again.
yeah.
This food's so good, but I got so much money that I'm
not
gonna
even
discard
put
this
that
food.
on all women, bro. Like whoever said that just sounds
Yeah.
Oh,
like
it's
a
on
1 in a
them.
million
Yeah.
retard.
Does
to
she
me.
never order
Yeah.
takeout?
Yeah.
guess.
That's hard.
Was
That's
it
the
the
same
same
thing.
one?
No, it was a different.
Is she rich? Because that sounds like poverty.
Is
to
this
me.
someone you know?
No, it was,
We can
it was
flame
a
him
random
right now.
It
tweet.
said poverty. That's like
No, I'm saying like that's how she look at them.
Oh.
They're taking home.
What if
leftovers,
you're
like
like trying to
poverty.
lose weight and you're like, okay, I don't want to eat portion control. I want to eat this right here, and then I'll eat this.
Bro,
on
it's
my
your
plate.
life. If you pay for it, you earn that money. You trade the time for it. You can do what you want.
Yeah, my girl always take home leftovers because she don't eat her whole meal.
Yeah.
yeah.
She's
But
like,
she
I'm gonna just
feminine,
save for
so-
tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
she is feminine. That's true.
She just
I guess I'm not feminine. I eat my whole meal at
That
the
is,
table.
that's not true. You definitely
No.
You definitely take
bro.
food
You
home.
we've seen you take home.
It's
Sharp.
3 verse 1 right now.
Disagree. He just want to disagree.
No, whenever I eat out with Danny, I eat my whole meal. And she goes, "You literally don't have to eat the whole
Maybe
thing."
maybe it's because you vegan now. But when we knew you as a meat eater, pause.
Pause. Big
Big
pause, bro.
you definitely took home leftovers. bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took home meat, bro.
We just gonna say carnivore, bro.
Yeah. Thank you. When I was a
He
carnivore,
took on meat and ate it at home. He spent extra time with it.
Something that's gonna make it worse, but just go on, man.
All right. Anyway, so something that we have disagreed on: clean shoes versus dirty
Kobe.
shoes.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Let's get to it.
You used to always say that Chucks specifically should be
better
dirty,
dirty.
and you should
Gotta
wear them
have
dirty.
a dirty pair of Chucks. I mean, I get if you want to wear a clean pair of Chucks, but you know,
But you
I'm
think
from-
it looks better dirty,
yeah,
right?
'Cause I like worn Chucks because how you wear the fit. Like you're not getting super fitted up to throw on like Chucks like you would Mike's, in my opinion. So like when I wear Chucks, I got on like some denim. I might have like a distressed tee
Yeah.
or like a faded tee, and that's the look. Like that's a vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I see what you're saying. Like with
Yeah.
the distressed look, like it makes sense. Like everything looks worn, so you have worn shoes. But like the trend I hate the most is the dirty Air Force Ones. Oh
Yeah.
my God,
I don't
that
even know if
bothers
that's
me
a
so
trend.
much. It's definitely a trend, bro. Creased toe box.
So
I'm
For,
a
Yellow
rant.
for,
laces.
for little blonde white girls.
yeah,
I'm about to rant.
me working at a university, that's
Grinds your
all I see: creased, dirty white shoes. Forces specifically, like the white dudes, the white girls, and I don't want to generalize, but I mean that's what I see. They love the dirty shoes,
Bro.
and I feel like they do it intentionally.
Y'all ruined
I
G
feel like they do
Fazos.
too.
G Fazos, which is Air Force Ones. Well, we just call them G Fazos. They not supposed to be dirty,
Not at all.
and they not supposed to be creased up. They not Chucks. Chucks got a hard toe, so you can't fuck up the
Chucks
toe.
is canvas and it can't crease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, real quick. So you think only Chucks are
Chucks and
Chucks
Vans.
are the Chucks and Vans are the
Vans,
only
yeah,
okay.
that's
Thank you,
it.
Bays guy.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Thank you, Bays.
Air
guy.
Or
Force
boots,
Ones you took it
boots.
too far.
Boots,
Yeah,
yeah.
boots too.
I have
It
some
depends
dirty
on the
Reebok
boots.
classics right now.
But continue with your Air Force.
But you, man, gentrification and Air Force Ones, they ruined Air Force Ones for me. Like I really had a soft spot in my heart for ones because that's like that was a shoe in high school.
Yeah.
You get you a mid lows with the strap in the front. You get you a white and black pair, and that was it. And then you get the heel shell. Throw that
The
in
toe-
there.
the toe
The
shell.
the toe shell because
Yeah.
you want to keep the
Yeah.
things nice.
You even
Yeah.
used to walk a certain type
Yeah.
of
Bro,
way that
yeah,
the
you
heel
walk
would wear
flat
before the
foot.
front.
Yeah.
Like you ball your toes up and walk.
Yeah.
So now I see these young people in these ones, bro, and they be killing them. The tongue be
Yes.
scrunched in,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that looks disgusting.
Yeah.
It look like it smell bad.
They do. They actually do.
But yeah.
But that's part of the reason why I never bought Air Force Ones because I knew I was gonna crease them. I don't care about shoes. So that's why I keep Chucks.
See, I love my
Yeah.
shoes.
And
Yeah.
stuff I can mess up and they still look good because
That's why I like Chucks now because it's like I don't give a
like
shit.
maybe I just want to take off running, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, or jump in this
I
bush.
shoot for
but,
every
like, you know.
occasion. I feel like.
See,
Yeah, but I agree with you.
I wish I could be like Brandon because I feel like Brandon, you're able to enjoy your shoes, put them on, wear them, let them get dirty. Like I have shoes that I've had well before Tatiana, damn near since high school, that I keep clean. Like I don't want to wear. Like my Grinch Kobe's, which I've talked about probably since
You
Christmas.
haven't worn them yet, huh?
Yeah.
Haven't worn them once, and I
That's
want
it.
to.
I tried
That's
so
different.
hard to get those, man.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'm
throwing
not
my
that
phone.
too far in the shoe culture, but when I was wearing ones, like that's almost was a part of getting girls.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You come in the spot, and this is like big T era, so you had to have fresh whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got the big
Tall
white
tee,
tee,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You dressed up. You got to have freshies on.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no fresh shoes, bro, mine's dirty as hell. I'm not about to
Yeah.
holler at you. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't have those problems.
But you briefly brought up shoe gentrification, so I'm sure it happened well before the Adidas superstars, but that's like the first shoe that comes to mind. These white girls, and again, I don't want to generalize, so I apologize to the white girls, but y'all took the shell toe Adidas, ran those into the ground. Then y'all went to Stan Smith's, ran those into the ground. Then y'all got those big chunky ass waffle maker
Oh, the
feelers, the feelers?
yes.
Oh my god.
Ran those into the
Disruptors.
I
ground.
hated the big steppers.
See, I wouldn't call that gentrification though, because no guys was wearing that prior.
Yeah.
So
that was like a female thing.
I'll let them have that. And when I did see dudes in it, it was really weird to me.
It was sus.
I wouldn't say
That's like- that's
sus,
feminine.
but it was weird. I wouldn't say it was sus or
Yeah.
feminine, but it was weird.
Yeah, I know, man.
Then we had the high top Chuck Taylors, the white ones.
Yeah.
Ran those into the ground, and now we got the Air Force Ones.
It killed the Air Force One's market, bro.
Are there any other and also ones, Jordan ones? They're starting
Bro,
to take
I
that.
noticed that too. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that. Like what was the Last Dance? I feel like right around then, like you couldn't even get ones. Like
Yeah.
once that came out, like I haven't bought a pair since because they all sell out.
I agree.
See, for me, when it comes to Jordans, like in style, Jordan's a cheat code because they so popular, especially the ones. So like, I try to find like different types of shoes that I can make style. Almost like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, if you got a pair of Jordans, that don't mean you could, like, to me, that's not,
Yeah.
that, you can't dress. I need to see something on your feet where I'm like, damn, I would have never thought to buy that shoe
Yeah.
because it's cheat code.
Yeah, it really annoys me because if you want to call yourself a sneakerhead, that's fine. But when I see these like Kicks on Fire, Nice Kicks, and all these different shoe pages post like people that are supposed to be quote unquote sneakerheads, and it's like, oh my god, look at their collection, and it's all just ones in different colors. It's fours
Or just
It's-
Jordans, period.
Yeah,
It's
it's
boring.
it's all
You're
Jordan.
not
Like
a
It's not
sneakerhead.
the
You a
only
Jordan
athlete.
head.
you
Yeah.
just a nigga with money that buys Jordans.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
that's a
to
cheat
me.
code, bro, at this point.
Jordans are trash.
And then Dunks now.
No,
Dunks
I
is the
agree.
other trip.
Like, they're not comfortable at all. Like I have
Yeah.
a bunch of Jordans, but I never wear them. They just make my feet hurt.
Bro, I had
Yeah.
the Bread 11s. I had the powder blue 10s, and those are not comfortable.
Yeah.
None of them are. Bro.
I like
even
the
the
12s. I like
hooping,
playing in the
even the-
12s.
But it just really shows you how good of a player Jordan is, because like,
Yeah.
bro, like we're talking about Chuck Taylor's, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar used to like get buckets.
Yes.
Hey, yo, don't
crazy.
talk about Chucks.
Yeah,
like
Brandon
Chucks,
is a
I play
Brandon.
Chucks, man.
And
That's
all
crazy.
I
his
played in
Chucks
12. I like
always have
12s.
rips.
Vans and Chucks are the best basketball shoe. I don't care what.
Brandon
you say.
plays
Nah,
with
they're
most
Chucks and then
responsive.
have rips in them.
This gonna sound wild.
I swear to God, I swear on my life, they're most responsive. when
This
I
is
play.
gonna sound
That's
wild,
crazy.
but I used to play in 10s. And I used
You
to
a
get
Chicago
buckets.
ass
Yeah, that's
nigga.
it. That's
You're a
it.
Chicago ass nigga.
I used to
DMX
get
is
buckets.
crazy,
All right,
bro.
wait,
Yeah,
time
Like,
out, time out.
whoa.
Are you better now than you
I
used
need
to
to
be?
see the video, bro. I can't. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
You're better now than you used to be.
yeah. But I,
There's no way you were getting buckets. in
I was
10s.
getting buckets.
Bro,
in 10s.
that's how Phil got so athletic. You know those shoes that used to make you jump high that they had
Yeah.
in East Bay? That's
I used
that's
to get buckets in 10s.
that was
You
Phil's
gotta
version.
find that
the
clip
Timbs.
of DMX running with Tim's up the wall and doing a backflip, bro.
Same thing I do
That was
now.
Phil.
Defense, run around and shoot, but like was on.
No, we going to LA Fitness. We gonna see. You
That's-
gonna wear them
I
Timbs?
can't wear Timbs now for you.
That's how Phil got to be
But
such
like
a good
middle
DB
school, high
and
school,
defender.
because we would go to Salvation Army and hoop because it'd be like $1 or $2 to hoop, and I would a lot of times I forget my shoes and just start running in Timbs. And now
Yeah, I feel like when you were a kid, like it really don't
Yeah.
matter. But like when you're like a teenager, adult, and Timbs,
now I won't be able to walk
like
the
that's
next
the
day.
nigga you get on your team who'll fight for you.
Yeah.
The nigga in Timbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that now. I won't be able to walk. I'm 30.
But I'm a down this hill. Vans and Chucks are the best basketball shoes for me personally.
For you, not for
They're
anybody.
they're the most responsive, especially when you're like.
Not responsive. You just feel the floor better. I see.
Yeah.
I know
But
what
they're
you're saying.
responsive because they're so hard.
But
So like,
there's
as soon as
al-
I push off, I'm getting an initial like when you're wearing a basketball shoe, it's like a cushion,
Yeah.
and then you push off.
I know.
That's
I know
true.
what you mean. Like
Yeah.
you're reacting
But you
back to the floor,
being-
but you'll beat your feet up so quick.
Yeah,
I guess
and your
that's what I'm
knees,
saying.
your knees.
Man,
You a
I got
dunker,
caveman
bro.
feet.
You a dunker. When you come down, you have nothing to like cushion your
I
knees.
played with you before.
Yeah.
That's where I seen you before.
Yeah.
FAU, right?
Yeah, we all went to
I'll probably
the
play with
rec center.
everyone in here if you guys played at.
Bro, I still can dunk. I almost dunked on my nephew yesterday. I threw it off the backboard on his ass.
You
And
was
I
wearing Chucks?
I was in Vans.
Oh.
I was like in the black and white Vans.
So my man's got on some pretty spiffy shoes. So like, what's like a low key brand you rocking these days?
I've really been on a little Puma tip lately, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I got the newest basketball shoes. I got the J. Cole Dreamer joints. I'm
Oh,
a J.
yeah.
Cole
Nice.
fan, big fan, so I had to cop those. And the price point is like it's perfect, bro. It's affordable. You pay like
Yeah.
100, 110. Like you don't gotta fucking wake up at 5 a.m. to get them. Like
Yes.
just fucking one click.
And that's
That's
how I
something
feel
about
Adidas.
convenience, bro.
Yeah.
I've been on my Asics kick.
Yeah.
I love Asics, bro. Just cause like they got really stylish pairs now, but they super
I have
comfortable.
a few pairs.
Like I just feel like I like shoes now. I just
feel like you're
comfortable to
walking
walking
on
on
water.
clouds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. And I'm like, and they look good. So it's like, damn, those are nice kicks. And I'm like, really?
Shouts out to the Asics Gel Nimbus. They're amazing running shoes. If anybody
Yeah, I'm gonna check
needs
those
shoes.
out.
Yeah, we old now, so it's all about comfort.
I want to get New Balances though. Like I want to get. Like,
I've been on
some,
that for a very long
Anyone
time.
here
man.
ever had knee surgery?
Been on it since
No?
I was like 19.
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
AJ, have you had knee surgery before?
No.
Oh yeah,
okay.
so I've torn my ACL. Actually playing in Vans. Actually, nah, they weren't Vans. It was like a shoe like Vans. I feel like.
Yeah,
They were
don't
just
ever
super
discredit
flat.
Cats.
fans like that.
Yeah, so I learned my lesson right away. I never went back to it.
Got you. But moving on to the next topic, Brandon brought this up in the right before the pod. You said you saw a tweet about women.
Men's hygiene.
Yeah, men's
There's
hygiene.
women talking about men's hygiene and saying that like it's a big turnoff. Of course it should be. Like, you know, you can't keep yourself clean, but yeah. It was just like a whole thread of just like horror stories, and it was quite funny. Like, you know what I'm saying, they were talking about how some dudes didn't like take a bath.
Yeah.
She was massaging his back, and the smell was
Oh,
so
that's
bad. I was
disgusting.
like, she's like, they don't know how to wipe their butts, and I'm like,
Got
yo,
some bad BO.
wow.
But so my question is, because I mean, yeah, you can have bad hygiene, but you can also just be a smelly ass nigga. Because I feel like I get smelly easily and often, but I'm very, like, Tatiana can attest to this. I'm probably more hygienic than her. Like, I groom myself well, scrub myself in the bath, use my Manscaped ball deodorant. Like, I take every I take every
Yo, my God.
yeah, I take every
I
precaution.
didn't even know they made that.
But yeah,
they do.
Yeah,
They
that
make
shit,
wi-
that
they make
shit's
wipes.
life changing. But I'm just naturally a smelly dude. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, that's like always.
But
been
like,
my
that's the
thing,
difference, though.
smelling.
Like, I think that is hygiene when you know, like, you have a problem, but you take care of it,
Yeah.
right? If you
Yeah.
don't, like, then you're really
Yeah.
just dirty at that point.
They were like, "Oh, you have dirty bathrooms. Bathrooms get dirty throughout the week."
Nah, it's different, bro. Y'all remember
pretty
my
clean,
two
bro.
roommates I stayed with that was trifling.
yeah.
Bro, niggas never cleaned their bathroom, and it was like black rings in the tub.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
Oh,
nasty.
yeah, then that's the difference.
I'm like, bro, we share a bathroom. It's not gonna be acceptable.
Did you
Yeah.
check them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like like if someone's your friend, bro, I'd be like, bro, like,
No, it's just my random
Fucking
roommate, and I
Yeah,
checked him,
random
and,
roommate,
and I checked him. He cleaned it up when I checked him, and then didn't clean up again. So
Yeah.
then I moved out. Like
I gotta
a couple
keep
months
checking.
later.
I'll keep checking them. Like,
I'm like, nah, I just cleaned it up myself, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna just clean it.
But I also think the dirtiest bathrooms I've seen have been women's bathrooms.
Oh, facts.
At work, the women use the men's bathroom.
I think at
And they're like, it'd be so messed up. Like they have to keep constant janitors going into the bathroom and cleaning the women's bathroom all the time, and they're always using the men's bathroom. I'm like, yo, I can't use the bathroom because y'all in here. And then they were like, oh, it's just so bad. And one lady was like, I don't know how women could be so dirty. And I was like, this is not just happened at this job that I worked at. It happened at other jobs and like summer camps I don't work. I'm like, or even like high school basketball games. They're always like afterwards when they're cleaning up, the women's bathroom is like messed up. Like I'm like,
I mean, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's talk about a bad experience you've had, like whether it's a girl you were dealing with that didn't have good hygiene. Like me and my boys, like, we got like the 3 for 3 rule. Like if her car is dirty,
Yeah.
her crib is dirty, you know,
Well,
everything
girls-
else is gonna be dirty. You
Yeah,
know
all
what I'm
girls
saying?
have
Like,
dirty cars, so I mean, I think every girl can get it. And
Yeah.
this I will generalize: all girls have dirty cars.
I
To an
wanna
extent.
say all girls.
dang, my car dirty. That must be feminine.
And no, I'm not saying. I'm not saying one is the other, but women definitely have. Dirty
I've
cars.
never had an experience with a girl I've dated with bad hygiene, cause it wouldn't get that far.
Yeah.
No,
I
just
have.
in general though. That you've dated.
that
I've actually like linked up with, like,
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
over her spot.
He's saying
and then-
date. He's saying date is different than,
And then like
linking
you
up.
get there and you're just like, what the fuck? It
I'm
looked like
sure
a
Phil
tornado-
knows some dirty
tornado
people.
hit this spot.
I know for a fact Phil knows some dirty people.
Yeah, there's one girl where, you know, I did a little thing to her and I was like, shorty. And I told y'all about that story.
Yeah.
Had the homies smell it. Like, bro, smell my fucking
He's
hell
so
no.
disrespectful.
And I'm like,
bro.
oh, bruh, it smell like a corpse. I was like, nah, you got to
I've
slide.
definitely been there, but
Ain't
she had a
no
clean
way.
house though. Clean
You've
room.
been there?
No, I've been in a situation where a girl
And
didn't
then it
smell
was-
too fresh.
It was snacks. Like, she was just,
Snacks kept you around.
Wait, Snacks was the same person?
nah, hell, I
Oh,
wouldn't
I was
slept
about
with
to
her.
say, yeah.
Nah, snacks smell good. But
She
it was just
had snacks.
she just
in the
has
drawer.
food
Snacks
everywhere.
and it was a little
Like,
messy.
bruh, she had. So I don't know if that's a hygiene thing or is it a health thing.
I feel like
Yeah, I'd say that's
it's
more
just
healthy.
rude too. Like, how you got someone coming over, you don't even clean up.
Yeah,
Bro, this
that is true.
This shorty, I came to her crib, snacks everywhere. Like, she was like, we got cakes, we got pies.
She a big girl? Like, what's going
She was
on
chunk-
here?
She was chubby. She was just chubbier.
She wasn't super big, but she was on the chunkier
Yeah,
side.
she wasn't like big, but she was
Yeah.
just sloppy body.
Yeah,
No, it was like
Not-
it was like
not-
a not sloppy. It was
Yeah.
like a controlled chunk. You know, like girls. Some girls will be like
Yeah.
controlled chunkiness.
That's the name of the
Controlled
episode.
chunk.
So, bruh, like, so I get over there and I'm like, all right, I shouldn't be over here anyways, but I was.
Should be over
It was a
here.
night out, so I
Let me
wasn't
get some
thinking
snacks.
straight. Whatever, we finna have a good time. She's like, yeah, I got something to drink. Want something, Jim? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some water. Bro, there's no water in the fridge. She got pop, juice, everything that's
That I
sugar.
won't hold against her though, because she might just drink from the tap, which I used to do until we got the Brita filter.
But still, but not even bottled water. And then we get in her room.
That's
G.
what he just said. That's
Yeah.
what you were saying.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
but then like it wasn't a filter on the water. So
Yeah.
then we get to her room and she got snacks inside all her drawers.
In the drawers.
And so when I left the next morning, I took a couple on my way out.
Yeah.
Took some gummy bears, some Swedish fish.
You a snacker?
It was just I don't know. It was
He's
just
like,
weird.
He just wanted the full. He
It's
just wanted the full
payment for what I
experience.
went through.
Yeah, right.
He just wanted the full experience. That's all it was.
Uh,
Yo, Kobe.
You just
Cool.
excited.
I feel like everyone here has pretty good hygiene though.
Yeah.
Was the girl that tweeted it? What was she burning? Black,
I
white?
think she's a black girl.
Okay.
I feel like you
You
can't.
never
gen-
know. People have like they can have a black person as their
Yeah.
picture, and then like
Yeah, it's
white
just
as hell,
it's a
you
white
know.
girl.
I had a
It's
black
Twitter.
roommate.
They're
That
just
nigga was
hiding.
trifling too.
Yeah.
Supposed to cut his hair and don't leave his hair in the sink. His BO breath smell like
I hate all that. Like, I can't even be around somebody like that. Like, I'll
Yeah.
check you right away. Like, just
Yeah.
get your shit
And I'm
together.
so self-conscious. Like when I feel like I smell a little bit, I try to like keep my distance from everybody because it's like, damn, I know I
Every
smell.
time I take a poop, I had to take a shower afterwards. I don't feel clean.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I'm not even mad. I do the
I
same
I
shit.
brought to his attention, but I couldn't fight him. Call him probation.
You said what?
I just had to take a L. Nigga was just dirty, G.
You couldn't fight him because he was on probation.
I was on behavioral probation for some stupid shit with
Yeah.
the homies, and so it's just like I brought to his like, bro, can you not go to the gym, leave your stuff in the middle of the room, like your dirty clothes in a pile in the middle of
Yeah.
the room, like your sweaty, dirty clothes in the middle.
Yeah.
He's like, I got you, bro. I got you. Then I come home, bro. 2 days later, whole dorm room just smell like musty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, folks, you killing me, G. It's my bad, bro. And the same dude that used to
Yeah.
always talk about my homie that was a chubby chaser, and then he ended up dating a fat girl that was non-hygienic as well.
Yeah.
And they came over, and I was just like, I know it's stinking there, so I just stayed at my homie crib.
It's
for
just
the weekend.
soupy nastiness.
But I'm gonna say I am guilty of like shaving and like there's like a little hair there. You know, what I'm saying?
Trifling.
Like shaving.
Yeah, I feel like that's a
I'm
little
saying.
bit different. Like it's hard to get every single hair. Like I try to do a good job for Tatiana's sake to kind of clean my hair out, but she still gets mad at me sometimes. Like I try not to just leave it there, but anyways, moving on. So last week I definitely got a lot of shit off my chest with what grinds my gears, but
It's my
today I'll give y'all the opportunity. And Aubyn, you said you have a couple of things if you want to share those of shit that drives y'all crazy, pet peeves, things you want to get off your chest, and what grinds your gears.
You was about to get into it earlier.
He was ready too.
I don't know. Like, I can't really think of things specifically. I know more often like when they happen, but like
Yeah.
people, like if you're having a conversation and like it's really not a conversation, it's just someone really just talking over you.
Yeah.
And then the number one thing we just spoke about it, like bad hygiene.
Is that me?
Bro, I can't
you don't
stand
give
that.
people a chance to talk.
I thought it was
You start
AJ.
talking. No, bro.
I think it's Zach.
No, okay, we talking about on the podcast, but in everyday life, Phil will start having a conversation with you, and then he'll just talk.
Oh
over
yeah,
you.
Phil will do that.
Oh, probably.
I'll
Yeah.
check out mentally if someone does that.
Yeah.
On the podcast is you too. Remember when you guys asked me to describe the Seaspiracy? And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, Cowspiracy. Let me describe what Cowspiracy
Bro,
for you
bro,
guys.
Zach did that today to Aubyn.
Yeah.
He's like, tell us a little bit about yourself, Aubyn. Oh wait, Aubyn's a twin.
Nah, it didn't even matter to me.
Yeah, I do it sometimes though.
And I
I'll
was like,
admit.
I was like,
I'll
But he's
admit
like
that
moderating the podcast. It don't
Yeah.
bother me, bro. Like,
on the podcast. I do it in real life. I feel like I don't do it.
yeah, you're
He
super
doesn't even
quiet.
speak in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
I really don't either.
But sorry, I
Unless I know
definitely.
somebody.
Speaking of Brandon Marshall, I definitely cut you off though, because you said people that talk over you, but you had another one.
Oh yeah, hygiene's definitely number one. People with bad breath, or like, and they
Yeah.
be in your space, or like we were saying earlier, people who just dirty, or like people who just like they're doing fucked up things, and then like they don't even know they're fucking up, like all types of shit like
Yeah.
that, bro. I can't think of nothing off the top, but we go to.
You were
Zach
saying
and
you
come
were
back.
saying people wanted to rap to you or something.
Oh yeah, rapping in your ear, bro, in the club. That is the fucking worst, bro. Like, or you're just trying to have a night out, or like you'll be having a like the same way we could be having a conversation, then someone's just in your fucking ear, like, and they won't shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. That shit is super
I
annoying.
feel like you definitely have to have some kind of gym pet peeve. Like I'm sure you get small niggas like myself asking you for tips and whatnot.
Nah, that shit don't bother me at all. Like, if it's like anything else, if you're good at something,
Yeah.
like people are gonna. That's the first thing they're gonna bring up to you. It's like if like you look like you work out, or like if you're tall, do you play basketball? Like that's just bound to happen.
Yeah.
But it's just like
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
yes and no.
Hey, fam,
Like,
you kind of swole. You got some tips for me, Jay?
yeah, yes and no. But at the same time, it's just like obviously
That's-
like you could entertain the conversation, but like if I like respectfully decline like to answer anything, or like I say I'm busy, just fuck
Yeah.
off.
That basketball one is funny because Ron would always get that question like, oh, you play basketball? He's 7 foot, like clear as day, 7 foot, and he'd be like, nah, I play soccer. And then, no way, really? How'd you play soccer instead of
Goalie.
basketball? And then he's like, yes, I play basketball.
Yeah. Phil, did you have any?
What grinds my gears?
Brandon?
Oh yeah, because he wasn't here for the rants. last
Yeah,
week.
we was talking about this earlier. Like, just negative energy grinds my gears.
That's annoying, too.
Negative people. Like, I'm a glass half full person. And so whenever I'm around a lot of people that's just negative as hell all the time, I'm just like, bruh, like, you're alive
Yeah.
and you able-bodied. Like, what are you being negative for? Like,
Bro, but you at times, maybe not negative, but you always are like devil's advocate, which I
the
feel
devil's
like.
advocate and not like
Devil's advocate, but also like negative and victim blaming a lot. Like,
Yes.
you
Yes.
get into like, nah.
Yes.
So now you falling into Brandon's biggest thing, which is hypocrisy.
Yeah.
oh.
That annoys me too.
No, because even
No,
I
it feels
I'm-
like a walking hypocrite. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
possibly, but but no, but y'all know me. Like when I say positive people, like my outlook on life is
Yeah,
always
you a
positive.
positive person.
Like no matter what I'm going through,
Yeah.
like somebody could die last week and I'm still like I'm like it's something to smile about. Like I don't let that shit keep me down. Like I've had plenty of conversations with people and they be like, "Damn, bro, like how you still happy?" And I'm like, "Bro,
So
it's life."
what I was trying to say is you more so a pessimist, and I feel like pessimists and negative people could kind of be put in the same box.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, you
definitely
just
are
basically
pessimistic
say
every
he's an
time.
optimist because he's always
I think
looking
I'm
for the good
optimistic.
in
I
life.
don't think I'm
Nah,
a pessimist.
I
I
think
think I'm
you're a
optimistic.
pessimist.
I don't know.
What do
You
you
have a
think?
little
What do you
bit of
think,
both.
Brandon?
He's a little.
He's like
Like what am I
He's-
pessimistic about? Is
right,
what I'm asking.
Everything.
Like
Everything,
anytime one of
bro.
these, which I mean, all of us are like this, but it's the first thing that came to mind. But anytime one of these verdicts come out, like you're automatically like thinking the worst.
The worst
I
possible
think the
thing.
worst things
Or like if
but-
I'm like,
but-
if this was surprising, like why is that surprising? That's not
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but why do
exactly.
why do I say that? Based
Because
on
you're a
history.
pessimist.
Yeah,
No,
because-
it's I'm looking at the actual cases and I'm like, oh, you think this? Do you think they're gonna try such and such? No.
This was just an example I was throwing out, but a lot of
Situationally.
a lot of the times you are thinking like the negative outcome instead of the positive.
I'm talking about in life, like regardless.
It's
of like
all
how I
life,
feel,
Phil.
like in my personal life, I feel like I am optimistic. Like I'm
Yeah.
always like, oh, there's more to life.
Yeah.
It could go any situation. Like
it's
I'm
like-
not go to a. I wouldn't hang out with nobody just because I'm like I don't want to go because that might be bad. And I'm like, I'm
I
gonna
hear
check it
what
out.
you're saying, but I know what you be doing.
What do
Right.
I be doing?
like
We talk
been
about
around it.
situations though. Like when have I
Yeah,
ever said let's go
situations.
somewhere?
Life is one big ass situation.
I think you're 50-50.
Yeah,
I think
I
you have a
think-
happy balance of
So
both.
You're arguing
balance.
with us, so I'm saying
Maybe.
like you're both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
I
mean,
don't
it's like
think
the
so.
saying goes, bro. You just hope for the best.
It's a
prepare
situational.
for the
It
worst.
depends on
know
what you
I'm
get,
saying?
what kind of feel you're gonna get. It depends on the situation.
Most
Yeah.
people get happy feel.
Let's talk about Zach's. We were talking about.
I honestly,
ungrateful people.
well, yeah, there's that. Last week I had a lot. This week I'll save it for y'all. Let y'all get shit off your chest. I don't really have much this week. It's just gonna be more communication shit.
I just think hypocrisy. Like
Yeah.
you say one thing and you do the other. I'm like, huh? Like it mind boggles me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like certain situations. So it's just like,
Are you a hypocrite?
not a hypocrite.
I think everyone can be
Yeah, of course.
like I don't know the word,
You
but be a
can be.
hypocrite at some point,
Yeah.
or like in certain situations. But
But it's
for the
like
most
you're
part,
always
you
Yeah.
know,
a hypocrite.
It's about just checking yourself too. If you ever catch yourself
Yeah.
slipping,
yeah,
like if
that's
you got
that's
morals
the
and
main thing.
principles.
Checking
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, but all right, we can move on. Unless AJ, did you have any?
No, I'm good. I've
Okay.
never had nothing.
All right. Music. Only thing, unless y'all have anything to talk about, is DJ Khaled. He came out with his album. I don't even know the name of the album.
Khaled.
Okay.
Khaled.
So-
I fuck with it, bro. I
Uh,
also feel your last name.
You fuck with it? You said.
Yeah.
What's
like
your-
I
what's-
said, that's his family name, Khaled.
Yeah,
So
what's
it's like,
your,
put on for it.
Favorite track on the album?
I mean, the Drake song's been out.
Yeah.
I like the Pop Star and I like the Body in Motion. I think that's the one like Roddy Ricch and like
Yeah.
Lil Baby.
Got you. And then you like the Jay-Z Nas song?
Yeah,
That was dope too.
I only downloaded 4 songs off the album. I thought the album was mid, but I also don't like a lot of the newer sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So thankful, We Going Crazy, Sorry Not Sorry, and Where You Come From. But I think We Going Crazy gonna be a big tune,
Okay.
Yeah.
cause that just gives me just on.
That's the reggae one, or no?
Yeah,
That's the
like the
that's the Migos one you talking about?
Migos and her, but
Okay.
it's like reggae too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like dance hall,
Yeah.
big dance hall vibes. And
Yeah,
her
we were
killed
kind of
it.
talking about earlier. Like Khaled, obviously, like all his albums kind of got like the same feel or sound. But I feel like he just needs to do something like super out the box.
Yeah.
You know, switch it up.
So
That's my
like
take.
we talked about it earlier. You didn't like Jay-Z and Nas on the same song.
No,
or
I,
not
no,
necessarily.
I said I didn't. It's not that I didn't like it, but it's like how many times have we heard that? Like I mean, Migos and her is a dope switch up. Like let's kind of get that kind of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, kind of fuse genres, switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants the fusions.
Yeah.
Something
He wants
different.
mixing of sounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm for fusions, but like that, something like that, I want like the spitters or the
To be with the
lyricists
spitters?
on this be with the spitters, yeah. But I can see taking the newer sound people and blending them with the R&B because now
Yeah.
they're getting more exposure, and I think
Yeah.
that sound works for the right R&B artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his point, and you can expound on it, but was that Khaled's in a position where he can do that.
He got
Or,
the
like, he has-
resources.
yeah,
you know
he
what
has
I'm saying?
resources,
Like, not a
the
lot of people
resume.
can do it. Like who else got Jay-Z number in their phone? Put Jay-Z on a song with Roddy Ricch or something. I want to
Yeah.
hear something super
I don't think
different.
Jay-Z would get on the song right away.
I do.
You think so?
Why not?
Yeah,
I
why
think
wouldn't
Jay-Z, like, he got on a song with Kendrick. Roddy Ricch, I put, like, for, like, the new generation, he's up there with...
I feel like Jay-Z only works with like recently, like you gotta
Yeah, he's still staying in his
you
class
gotta
a little
have
bit
a level of like
Notoriety.
reverence
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like your pen.
for him to get on there.
Yeah, for him to really get on track with you, like there has to be a reverence. Either you super artistic, or you really lyrical
Yeah.
down to like traditional fundamental lyrics.
No, I agree. And, like, but, like, we were saying before, we were just talking about Anderson .Paak, like, how dope he is. Like, let's hear Anderson .Paak and Nas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who else could,
They
like...
got a song together.
Well, all right.
on his
but that
album,
was probably a
which
bad
is-
example.
Yeah.
But regardless, the point I'm trying to make is like not a lot of people have those relationships where they could
Yeah.
put that together. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If not you, then who?
No, I feel you, and I would like to see some of these older reggae acts with like some of the newer people, like you said,
Yeah.
like blend that sound, because I think what Khaled does well is keep that dance hall sound in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he keeps reggae sounds in the mainstream.
Yeah.
like,
He be
in the
repping for
mainstream.
Jamaica too. I'm not mad
He
at
That
put
that.
is
it on.
very
I love
true.
it. So,
I want to get Aubyn's take. So what was our original argument, Nas and Jay-Z, who's better lyrically? Was
Yeah,
that
we,
the-
no, we were just We were
You
saying
said-
we were saying in general,
Better
Jay-Z or Nas.
But what was the point Phil was
The
trying to
argument, you
say
said that
lyric-
there's not an
Nas
argument.
is a better lyricist.
Yeah,
But
me
he
and
was saying-
Brandon,
yeah.
me and Brandon was saying, bro, they in the same room. You pretty much was saying it's not. It's
Okay,
no-
but
it's
then
not
you
the same.
started arguing that Nas was better than Jay-Z.
Yeah, me personally, I think
Lyrically.
he rap like lyrically he's better than Jay Z.
Okay.
I think Jay Z's
I
delivery.
think
Aubyn, what do you
it's
think?
like comparing apple juice and orange juice. Everyone has their pick. I
That's
like
true.
Jay-Z better. Like, it doesn't make Nas any less great. It's
Yeah.
just what I prefer. Like, Jay-Z got songs that I could work out to. Nas don't. I mean, Nas kind of does too, but like, I relate more to Jay-Z. You're gonna listen to what you relate to. Everything is, you know what I'm saying? It has to be personable when you listen to music. Whatever you connect to is what you're gonna like.
And I love Jay Z. Like I had them 1A, 1B like right here neck and neck. But if I had to pick one where it's like, okay, if you could only listen to this artist, I'd probably pick Nas just because Nas is he's bigger to me and he's worked like in his project. Like it's weird because Nas worked with Damian Marley. I love Damian Marley. Jay worked with Kanye. I love you. So it's like they both has done something where I'm
Yo,
like,
and that Nas and Damian Marley album was crazy. Like,
Stupid.
Damian Marley will outspit a lot of rappers. Like,
oh, he just dropped the song. I sent y'all that track that he did, and I was like, bro, this is fire.
Yeah.
I love Damian Marley, but
yeah,
they
Damian
wanted one to
Marley.
me. I think on the song they did together though, Jay had the better verse because the thing that Nas doesn't do that Jay-Z does really well recently is Jay-Z takes relevant stuff just to know he let you know he keep his ear to the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I respect
he a
that.
businessman.
Yeah,
That's like-
when he was like respectfully or
yeah.
like Jay just be doing some shit, man. It's just like, bro, how do you do that? How do you think of that?
As a producer, do you think it's fair when people say that Nas has boring beats?
It's again, it just comes down to what you like. Like
Yeah.
Jay-Z is definitely more experimental. Like, look at who Jay-Z's worked with, like Pharrell, Timbaland. Like, he's worked with
Coldplay.
yeah, bro. Like, he's done everything you could do, bro. Like, Coldplay. What was that one rock band? Yeah,
Linkin
Linkin Park.
Park.
Linkin
I
Park,
love that was
there
a
you
great
go.
that was a great dual
That's the only Linkin Park song I know.
Really?
Yeah,
Nah,
I
that
don't
whole
know.
album go.
I don't know any other songs, but that's my
Yeah.
point. Like, I wouldn't know who they were if he
Yeah.
didn't do that. So,
I would agree though. I would say Nas
bro,
has
like,
very,
I had a
down-
different. I grew up different, bro. Like, I told you, it was dance hall, reggae, and like Linkin. There was no rock music.
You
in
grew
my
up
house.
black
You
and
ain't
he
hang out
black.
with no white people at all.
I mean, like, we hung out, but I'm not like back then. Like, no one even really had like their own music. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you're a kid, like there weren't even iPods, or you were
Yeah.
lucky if you had a CD player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you
Had
did,
to
like,
catch on the radio.
yeah, but I was 99 Jams or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's never
I
no
didn't know
rock
any
station.
rock
I can't even
stations.
name a rock station
We
on
used
the
to
radio.
walk around with like little CD players on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. We
$20
used to like
Walkman
hack
from
it where you could
Walgreens?
DJ
Yeah.
the CD like
Yeah.
and scratch. Yeah.
All right, Aubyn, it's 12:32. I don't know if you got to stay or leave.
Now we could run it up another 30.
I mean, all we got left is the NFL
Talk
draft.
about the
talk.
draft, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about your teams in your draft? Phil, we'll start with you with the Philadelphia Eagles.
So I was really hyped with our pick. This is the 1 year where how we got it right. So even if Devontae Smith don't work out, it's who we all wanted.
Yeah.
And the Eagles never draft who we want. So that felt good. But then in the second round, I felt like how we went back to doing Howie things where we question every pick. And it's just like, bro, why would you pick an injury-prone safety center that's coming off 2 ACL injuries? But I don't know. I like that they got him. Even though the center's injury-prone, he's from Alabama. Devontae Smith's from Alabama. So now you really building your team to let Jalen Hurts
To
show.
be yeah.
Yeah, you investing in Jalen Hurts, and y'all know I love the
Former
black
teammates.
quarterback. So give my dog a chance.
Yeah.
So we gonna see. We gonna suck this year, but we got a lot of picks next year.
You guys got a defensive tackle.
We
or
got a
end
tackle, Wilkinson. He's an edge tackle. He could be a hybrid. We picked up a linebacker. We picked up Memphis's running back. We picked up Texas Tech cornerback McPherson. Yeah, so we got some. I like that we picked from big schools. We've been taking chances on these
On these
smaller
Jalen
schools.
Riegers.
TCU.
So we'll see.
AJ, how you feel about the Dolphins and the Washington football team?
I like both of their moves. I think the Dolphins did well. We had 2 first-round picks though, so we got Jalen Waddle. I mean, I wanted Sewell or Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase got taken, and then we ended up with Waddle, which is I'm sure he'll be good too.
Did you see that Waddle was at the top of their list no matter what.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, I didn't see that.
That's why they traded back, because they knew he was going to be.
He was going to be there regardless.
Yeah, so
We got who we wanted, and I saw a couple of things where Brian Flores was like, yeah, we fell in love with him when we were evaluating Tua. So Tua has some familiarity with him and don't know how to use him. I think he'll be someone they just put all over the field, which is kind of cool. We don't really have that yet. He'll be like a Jakeem Grant, just with better hands.
yeah,
be able to catch more.
Exactly.
And move around a little bit. I like that we moved up and got the tackle. I like Javon Holland. We needed a safety back there to kind of help with deep balls and stuff. We have 2 good corners. Our linebackers are sufficient. We still need some help there.
Yeah.
But
were there any surprises of the draft? I think Justin Fields might have been like one of the bigger surprises, because everyone thought he was going to fall OD. And the Chicago Bears took him.
Oh, wait. Washington football team, I hate the Cowboys because I feel like they only draft so that other teams in divisions don't get those players. Like, they don't draft for what they need. Like, they drafted like 3 linebackers or 2 linebackers, and they have 2 of the highest paid linebackers on their roster right now.
Yeah.
That's facts.
It don't make no sense. And then last year they took CeeDee Lamb right before y'all, and they had Amari Cooper, they had Michael Gallup, who they just spent a first round the year before, and they had, I forgot who else.
Hey, man, I hate the Cowboys, but I didn't hate them this draft because they traded out with us so we can get Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Which Washington football team was going to take, so.
We probably wouldn't.
They were going to
They
take him.
got 2 good receivers.
That's why we
No,
traded up.
they traded up because the Giants were going to take him.
The Giants.
Yeah, the Giants.
Giants was going to take him.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I like that. I mean, Jamin Davis, we got him as a linebacker. I wanted Michael Parsons, but I think he has the build. He's athletic. We have a good defensive line, so we need someone who's back there who can cover tight ends and other stuff, and I think he'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's on TV right now. Y'all think Mac Jones is gonna be the next Tom Brady?
The next Tom Brady, no.
They'll try to use him
like
like
how do you
that.
predict that?
There's no next Tom Brady, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Niggas still winning.
I think he's gonna take. Like I told you, I think he's gonna take Cam's spot by week 10.
Bro, all the memes that were coming out when that nigga was walking up to the podium, that shit had me dying. They said this nigga looked like a fucking principal and shit, like the way he was walking.
Yeah.
That nigga definitely got a feminine ass walk.
But the Bears, like you said, Justin Fields. The Bears getting Justin Fields was huge, and then
The Bears drafting a black quarterback is huge.
Yeah, and then they solidified their offensive line. They took 2 big offensive line names. So
I also think ESPN finally got the point, because the last 3 years, every time a nigga got drafted, so with the first selection of the NFL draft, we take Aubyn, and then Aubyn is a great quarterback. His mom and dad are both crackheads. His dad has been locked up.
Oh my God, bro! I hate that.
Since he's been 2 years old.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't get a lot of that this NFL draft.
Yeah,
so.
his mom was shot at 4. Like what?
You gotta show they came from the bottom, and bro. Like,
yeah, but it was getting to a point where
no one needs to know that, bro. Or that's personal, bro.
Yeah,
he was homeless, got adopted 10 times, got touched on a little bit, and he still made it. And you like, what?
that's why he plays with such an edge. Like,
like, man, that was too personal.
They had that in the scouting report. Like,
But what do you think? Do you think players do they
offer
tell the
that
announcers?
information?
Yeah, do they tell them what to say about them, or do they care? Do they review that? How's that work?
I don't think the players have any. I think they do their research.
They did research, yeah.
They hire PIs to go in there and figure out
Because if you
all
got
about their life. And I feel like friends and stuff like that, people who just want to get some notoriety. Or
his mom got a
PPE
PPE loan or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
his mom got caught in the back alley eating ass.
Yeah.
And if you
know what that does to a kid? It makes them want to play football.
but if you do have a story like that and you that good, that story stays with you. So they probably don't have to do much research. All they gotta do is probably pull articles from the local press.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the day, like Zach was saying, where you're supposed to celebrate your accomplishment, not that actual adversity. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everyone has to go through their adversity in life, but that's just not the time and place.
No, I agree. Let that story come out once I'm a professional, and then we could do something with it. But don't be like, oh man,
because it was
his dad died.
Every black player that was getting drafted that was what was happening.
And all the white players that came from a great home.
We sell trauma. We sell trauma.
Well, it's not even that we sell trauma. The NFL also is one of those leagues where you hate to say it, but that's one of the ways you make in our community. That's how you make it out. So a lot of times, a lot of these good athletes that do get that far, they use that to get there. Yeah. So it's like, my dad died, it sucked, but that's what kept me motivated.
Yeah. But again, like it's different if it's coming from your mouth versus someone else's.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause
they
don't
telling
know
your
you.
story on day one. Like,
Yeah.
so how does it feel? You just got drafted #1. How would your dad feel? And you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's going backwards. It's not going forwards.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you, like, I'm happy because I won't do this for my dad. Don't be like,
Yeah.
so your dad died when you were 12. How does it feel to be the #1 draft pick? I'm sure your dad will be super proud of you right now. It's
Do
like,
you feel bad that he's not able to see this day?
They just be trying to make people cry.
Whoa.
I feel like they're just trying to make people cry, get a moment.
They're trying to catch that moment. Yeah.
And I feel like I barely watch NBA drafts, but I feel like they don't do that in the NBA drafts. I feel like it's just the NFL drafts.
Nah, bro.
nah,
Like
LeBron
NBA
they did that. They milked that
Okay,
for
but
a
that's
while.
LeBron, and that's
he came
it.
out
Like
of
I
high
feel like
school.
it really doesn't
Yeah.
happen that often, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any NBA.
We only
stories
have
like
one
that,
draft day too, and there's like 60 players selected.
Yeah,
That's
so
really
that's true. All right, anything else about the draft or anything else y'all want to talk about before we end the pod?
Nah.
Go Fins.
Nothing. All right, Aubyn, it's been a pleasure. We appreciate
Yes,
you
sir.
being on. We'll need to get Phil in the studio with you so he can drop a hot 16.
Nah, listen, you gotta listen to the song with me.
Yeah. I'll be there.
My shit
Trust.
creased up.
That's okay. I'll tell him it's trash. Off rip.
But
No, actually, I don't rap, but my young boy rapping. He nice. He
Who's
nice.
your young
Can
boy?
you? I sent y'all some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Can you rap? He
Did you
go.
listen to it though?
I can't remember.
I'ma send him
Phil
some-
sent so
I
much
don't know.
music. I
Can't
can't
remember.
remember.
I'll send you some. Like, can you get it in?
Yeah.
Like, he rap, and I like rappers. Like,
Duke
he
is
rap.
decent too.
Who?
Duke.
Duke decent. Yeah, Duke's decent too.
Yeah.
I fuck with Duke, but my boy, can you go? So.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
getting and he figuring it out and doing his on his
Deli
own.
got some bars.
Deli
And
go.
Music is really something you really have to love, bro. 'cause,
Deli
like,
a vibe. I like Deli because he a vibe. Like,
a lot
he
of niggas
just-
not gonna make money in music. It's
Yeah,
hard,
exactly.
bro. I would say it's probably like the toughest industry to get into the space. Like you need a lot of money
Yeah.
just to even
I
get heard,
agree.
or you just got to be that talented. It's
So
one
you
or the
know what
other.
you got to do, right?
What I got to do?
What every other rap nigga do, sell drugs.
Or act like you
I'm
sold
not.
drugs.
I'm not condoning that. But,
All right, on that note, we going
a music professional here, and you're like, tell them they have to sell drugs to
No.
get on.
Look, they gotta
That's
get
not
on,
it,
fam.
guys. That is not
yeah.
it.
I
Yeah,
mean-
Aubyn told me to sell drugs. My mom got shot. That's how I made it.
That's how I made it.
And I started OnlyFans too.
This is my
So-
third
Yeah, nah, I'm not condoning that either.
All right, it's been another episode of Save It for the Pie, episode number 26. Phil, hit the drop. All right, peace.
That's a good ending.
There it is. Cut.
Toby just tried to get me.